You know that feeling when you walk into a room and instantly know something's off? Or when you meet someone for the first time and get this gut feeling they can't be trusted? Most people call this intuition and think it's some mysterious sixth sense or spiritual gift, but here's what's actually happening that will blow your mind. Your brain is processing over 11 million bits of information every single second, but you're only consciously aware of about 40 bits. That means your subconscious mind is a data processing powerhouse that's constantly analyzing patterns, reading micro-expressions, detecting subtle changes in tone, and connecting dots faster than any computer ever built. What you call intuition isn't magic at all. It's your brain's supercomputer running calculations in the background and delivering you the results as a gut feeling. Today I'm going to show you exactly how this incredible system works and how you can start trusting and improving this natural ability you already have. Here's something that will shock you about how your brain's data processing actually works. Most people think doing the same things every day makes them more efficient, but there's a hidden cost nobody talks about. When your life becomes too predictable, your brain's pattern recognition system literally goes to sleep. Think about it like this. If you walk the same route to work every single day for a year, would you notice if someone moved a trash can? Probably not. But if you took a completely different route tomorrow, you'd notice everything. Your subconscious data processor needs novelty to stay sharp and alert. When everything becomes routine, it stops scanning for important environmental cues because it assumes nothing has changed. But here's the game changer. When you deliberately break your own patterns, you force your brain's background systems to wake up and start processing data again. This is tip number 1 of 7, and it's called the pattern interrupt method. Tomorrow morning, brush your teeth with your opposite hand. Take a different route somewhere. Eat lunch at a different time. Watch how much more aware and intuitive you become when your brain has to actually pay attention again. Part 2. The micro-tension detection technique. Your body is collecting data about your environment every single second, but most people completely ignore the most valuable information source they have. Right now, as you're watching this, your nervous system is monitoring dozens of variables you're not even aware of. Your muscle tension, your breathing pattern, your heart rate, even the temperature of your skin. All of this data gets processed by your subconscious before your conscious mind has any clue what's happening. But here's what most people miss. Your body changes before dangerous or important situations occur, not after. Think about the last time you felt uncomfortable around someone but couldn't explain why. Your body detected micro signals your conscious mind missed completely. Your shoulders might have tensed slightly, your breathing might have changed, your stomach might have felt different. These aren't random sensations, they're data points from your internal security system. This is tip number 2 of 7, and it's called micro-tension detection. Starting today, spend 2 minutes every hour doing a quick body scan. Notice any tension, any changes in your breathing, any shifts in how you feel physically. Your body is constantly giving you intelligence reports about your environment. It's time you started reading them. Part 3. The decision fatigue reset. There's a hidden enemy sabotaging your brain's data processing abilities, and it's something you do every single day without realizing it. Every decision you make, from what to wear to what to eat to which email to answer first, uses up your brain's processing power. By noon, most people have made hundreds of micro decisions and their mental processor is running at half capacity. But here's what's really devastating. When your conscious mind is overloaded with analysis and decisions, it actually blocks your subconscious from delivering its conclusions. Think of it like trying to hear someone whisper while standing next to a jet engine. The noise just drowns out the signal. Your intuitive hits become weaker not because your data processing got worse, but because your conscious mind is too loud to hear the results. This is tip number 3 of 7, and it's called the decision fatigue reset. Here's what you need to do. Identify the times when you need your best intuitive judgment, then strategically clear your mental bandwidth beforehand. Take a 10-minute walk without your phone, do some deep breathing, stop analyzing and let your brain's background systems do their work. Your most accurate gut feelings will come when you stop trying so hard to think your way to the answer. Part 4. The environmental baseline strategy. Your brain has an incredible ability that most people never learn to use properly, and it could completely change how you navigate the world. Right now, your subconscious is constantly comparing your current environment to what it expects to find there. But most people never train this system, so they miss crucial information hiding in plain sight. Think about how a security guard can spot trouble in a crowded room. They're not psychic. They know what normal looks like, so abnormal jumps out immediately. Your brain can do the exact same thing, but only if you teach it what baseline normal feels like in different places. When you walk into your workplace, your home, or any familiar space, your data processing system should immediately flag anything that doesn't match the established pattern. But if you've never consciously established that pattern, Your brain has nothing to compare against. This is tip number 4 of 7, and it's called the environmental baseline strategy. Starting this week, spend the first 60 seconds in any familiar environment doing a conscious scan. What does normal look, sound, and feel like here? What's the usual energy? What are the typical sounds and movements? Once your brain knows the baseline, it will automatically alert you when something doesn't fit the pattern. Part 5. The somatic voting system. Your body is constantly giving you answers to questions before your mind even knows you're asking them, but most people never learn to read these signals. Every time you have a decision to make, your nervous system generates physical responses to each option within milliseconds. The problem is, by the time you start consciously analyzing your choices, you've already missed the most accurate data your brain collected. Think about this. When someone asks you a question and you immediately know the answer but can't explain why, that's not magic. Your subconscious has already run the calculations and delivered the result through your body. Maybe your chest feels lighter when you think about one option. Maybe your stomach tightens when you consider another. Maybe your breathing changes when you imagine a specific choice. These physical responses are votes from your data processing system. This is tip number 5 of 7, and it's called the somatic voting system. Next time you have a decision to make, try this before you start analyzing. Present each option to yourself and notice what happens in your body. Does your posture change? Does your energy shift? Does one choice make you feel more expansive while another makes you contract? Your body processes information faster than your mind can think. It's time you started listening to those votes. Here's the biggest problem with trusting your intuition. Most people can't tell the difference between genuine data processing and wishful thinking. Your brain delivers real insights through gut feelings, but it also generates false signals based on what you want to be true rather than what actually is true. Without a way to validate which is which, most people either ignore their intuition completely or follow every random feeling they have. Both approaches are disasters. Your brain delivers real insights through gut feelings, but it also generates false signals based on what you want to be true rather than what actually is true. Without a way to validate which is which, most people either ignore their intuition completely or follow every random feeling they have. Both approaches are disasters. Real intuitive hits have specific characteristics that fake ones don't. Genuine data processing feels neutral and informative. It doesn't come with emotional charge or attachment to being right. It simply presents information. Wishful thinking, on the other hand, feels urgent and emotional. It usually tells you what you want to hear rather than what you need to know. This is tip number 6 of 7, and it's called time delay validation. Here's how it works. When you get a strong gut feeling about something, write it down immediately without acting on it. Include the date, the situation, and exactly what your intuition told you, then wait 72 hours and see what actually happens. Track your accuracy rate over time. Real intuitive processing will show consistent accuracy patterns. Wishful thinking will show you're mostly projecting your desires onto situations. There's one final factor that's probably destroying your brain's ability to process subtle environmental data, and it's something that's gotten exponentially worse in the last decade. Your brain can only handle so much incoming information before its pattern recognition system starts shutting down. Think of it like trying to have a conversation at a rock concert. Too much noise makes it impossible to hear important signals. Every notification, every news update, every social media scroll, every podcast and video you consume takes up processing bandwidth. When your brain is overwhelmed with information input, it can't effectively analyze the subtle environmental cues that generate accurate intuitive insights. Your data processing system gets buried under information overload. This is tip number 7 of 7, and it's called the information diet. Just like you need to eat the right foods to have physical energy, you need to consume the right information to have mental clarity. Starting tomorrow, create specific windows when you completely disconnect from information input. No phone, no internet, no background noise. Give your brain space to process the data it's already collected instead of constantly feeding it more. You'll be amazed at how much clearer your gut feelings become when your mental processor isn't drowning in digital noise. Your intuition needs silence to deliver its most accurate conclusions. Now you know the truth. Your intuition isn't mystical at all. It's the most sophisticated data processing system ever created, running constantly in the background of your mind and delivering insights faster than any technology we've ever built. You've got 7 proven methods to upgrade this natural ability you already possess. Your brain is already processing millions of data points every second. The only question is whether you're going to start paying attention to the results. Stop treating your gut feelings like guesswork. Start treating them like the high-speed intelligence reports they actually are. Your intuition has been waiting for you to finally listen.